Welcome to the third installment of Can You Win the Solving a Linear Equation game? That's what we're doing. All right. Okay. Our contestants today, we have
Bear Smith.
no last name, just first name.
Bear.
And it doesn't have to be a real first name.
Daniel. Gavin.
Alex.
Emerson. Clara. Anya. Caroline.
All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I feel like you're getting a little tired of seeing my face, so let's have a warm welcome to our first contestant. All of their eyes have gone like this because now they realize they're coming up. All right, Bear, would you please pick somebody to come up to the board? It could be you or somebody else. Who do you want?
Gavin.
Gavin it is. Come on, let's come on up, Gavin. All right, so Gavin, would you pick a marker, please?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going with green. All right, Gavin, so here we go. So, Gavin, can you step a little closer to make sure you are on screen so people can see you? All right, wave, say hi, Mom.
Hello.
All right, so here we go. Gavin, what do we deal with first? The multiplying by -1/2 or the adding 4?
Multiplying by -1/2.
We have to, you gotta talk a little bit louder so that everyone can hear you.
The multiplying by -1/2.
All right, so what is the opposite of multiplying by -1/2?
Divided by -1/2.
Ah.
By negative. Wait, no, because it's a fraction.
You said dividing by -1/2. That's absolutely right. Scoot over to the side. I don't want to get back in there.
Oh, wow.
All right. So you're 6 feet away from me. So if we are, if we're going to multiply, what did you say? Divide?
Yeah.
If we're going to divide by -1/2, if we divide by a fraction, how do we do that?
You multiply by the, what's it called? The flip version. Yeah.
Multiply by the reciprocal.
That's the word.
So the reciprocal of -1/2 is 2 over 1 or -2 over 1. So we are actually, when I say what is the opposite of multiplying by -1/2?
You're
Multiplying by -2. That is the opposite of multiplying by -1/2. All right, Gavin, get back over here. All right, Gavin, would you please multiply both sides by -2? I'm just going to hide the screen so that nobody can see it. And Hinton is going to step aside and hopefully dazzle everybody with this magical brilliance. And
magical.
I'm a big fan
That's
of
a
magic.
good word.
Gavin, could you step to the side so we can see what he's... Oh, okay. So right now, he's built the train tracks. It took the United States decades to do it. It took you 30 seconds. Yes. And we're multiplying by -2. Okay, keep going. And if you could tell us what you're doing, that'd be great for those of us on film.
So -2 times 16 is -32.
Excellent.
And -2 times -1/2 times x plus 4 is the -2 and the -1/2 cancel each other out, so then it's x plus 4.
So the -1/2 and the -2 do in fact cancel each other out. Very, very good, very good.
So then x plus 4 equals -32.
Excellent. Any questions from the peanut gallery?
No.
There was a TV show back when, long before I was born, and the audience was referred to as the peanut gallery, and it's a normal phrase used in American.
My third grade was right.
Yes.
Don't take a picture of that.
Well, all right. Gavin, would you please pick a volunteer to come up and use a different color marker to finish the poem so that we can win this one?
Emerson.
So use a different color, please. Purple.
Okay, so after this, we need to move the 4 over to the other side so we can get x on its own. So, the opposite of adding 4 is subtracting 4, and we need to do that to both sides. that would be x equals negative 36.
Have Emerson and Gavin gotten the x all by itself?
Yeah.
Stand up, feed for victory. You are all winners. There we go. Pen drop. All right.
That was fun.
All right. So now we're going to move on to the next problem. Now, before we start the next problem, I want to caution that there is going to be something that is a little bit different here. Now, we have this 3 outside of the c minus 2. What does it mean when a number is right next to a binomial like that?
Multiplication.
Thank you for shouting out. That's exactly what I want. Thank you very much. Backyard sessions, normal rules don't always apply. So, what is the first thing do you think we need to do to solve this problem?
Get rid of the 3.
Get rid of, well, yes and no. We're not going to get rid of it.
We need to subtract it.
No, because remember, this 3 is being multiplied to this binomial.
Get rid of the 2?
Well, we can't really get rid of the 2 because this isn't actually a 2 or a negative 2. Remember, it's inside the parenthesis with this 3 right outside of it.
Oh, that makes sense. You divide it by 3?
But if I divide this by 3, I have to divide everything by 3, just like the rules say. You have to divide what you do to one side, you have to do to the other side, and we got to do it to everything. So again, what does it mean to have this 3 next to this binomial?
Multiply.
Let's just multiply it out and get rid of the parentheses.
Oh.
And you're going to use the distributive property. You talked about the distributive property last year?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. All right, so what is 3 times c? 3c. What is 3 times negative 2?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. And so that's equal to negative 34. And we have our train track. Nice. And have we done anything with this 4c? Yep. Okay, we have 4c. And is this 3c, is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. All right. So now, can we have a volunteer? A volunteer to take the problem from here. We did the tricky thing together. All right, come on up. Please put your hands together for a big backyard session welcome for Caroline. All right, so take it away, Caroline. Make sure you talk really, really loudly for our COVID backyard session.
So first I'm going to combine the 4c and 3c.
So we are going to combine the similar terms. That's exactly what we're going to do. Excellent. Now, Caroline, the only wrong choice in colors is yellow because nobody can see that.
Okay, we get brown.
All right, so if I have 4c and I'm adding 4c with 3c, I get 7c. I love it.
Okay, next I'm going to add 6 to both sides.
Because the opposite of subtracting 6 is?
Adding 6.
Okay, and then on the side, these cancel each other out, so it's going to be 7c equals negative 28.
Okay, nobody can see that at home. That is way too small.
Oh, okay. 7c equals...
Remember, you were doing this for everybody's benefit, not just ours. Okay, where did you get the... Okay, help that. Yes, that 34 is in fact negative. Excellent, okay.
Next I'm going to divide each one of them by 7. And then on this side we get c, and then negative 28 divided by 7 is negative 4. So c equals negative 4.
Have we gotten the C all by itself?
Yes.
Stand up! You are a victor! Victor of the 74th Hunger Games. Katniss Everdeen, also known as Caroline May. All right. last problem. There's a trick here. Remember, in this problem right here, in 39, the first thing we had to do was we had to multiply this 3 to the binomial. So we distributed the 3 to the c, we distributed the 3 to the negative 2, and we got 3c minus 6. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the trick. We have this negative sign in front of the x minus 5. What are we multiplying x minus 5 by? No, because when you put two things together, it means multiply. But there's clearly a negative sign in between these two binomials.
By a negative?
We're multiplying by a negative, okay. And what number is implied right here, but not written? Negative 1. So what do we need to distribute to the x minus 5?
Positive 1.
Close. What number is out front of it? So we're going to have to distribute or multiply this negative 1 to both things inside the parentheses.
Oh.
That is the trick in this problem. And I'll tell you right now, forgetting to distribute this negative sign to the negative 5 is one of the biggest mistakes you see in Algebra 1. So, what is negative 1 times x? Negative x. What is negative 1 times negative 5?
Negative 5. It's just 5.
Negative times a negative is a positive. All right. And so I'm going to just rewrite everything that we have not done yet. That's a 2, not a 3, folks. That still equals 0. And we over here, are we multiplying anything to x minus 13?
No.
No. So do we need these parentheses? No. So I can just go ahead and drop the parentheses because we are not multiplying or dividing anything to this parentheses. All right. Last problem. Who wants to take this one on? Last opportunity to be a winner on film. Digital film, that is. I know who likes attention. Mr. Prusner. Get up here! Big.
I don't want negative attention, though.
Oh, this will be positive. Come on. Get up here. Get up here. All right. So here we go. Why don't you pick a red? We love red.
We know.
Go for it. And I'm gonna draw this a little bit larger so that it's easier to see on the video. And that's a 2. I think we're pretty good. All right, go for it, sir. What is the next step in our winning odyssey? And get in there so the camera can see you.
So we have a lot of X's
Get
on
in closer.
this stuff.
Say hi to your mom. Hi, Mom. Okay, let's go.
I think the first thing to do is probably subtract 13 from 0 and then from x minus 13 to make
Okay,
that.
so right now that 13 is negative.
Oh,
What
it's
is
negative
the
13.
opposite of
So you
negative?
must add 13.
So go ahead and add 13 to both
My
sides.
handwriting's just so bad.
Alex is actually going to do it. I'm going to monologue. Alex is actually going to take a couple extra steps here. That's okay.
Oh no.
It's okay if you're not the most efficient in this problem. It's going to be okay.
Plus 13 equal to x. And then this would be 13.
Well, you got to show that you're adding 13 to both sides.
Oh, just
Okay, draw a bar underneath underneath that step so we don't get confused. There we go. And so now what's on the next line?
so that would make this x minus x plus 5 plus 2x is equal to 13.
Okay, and if we have the equal sign, please. And a part of me was purposely torturing the tallest among us to draw on the lowest part. Of the,
That was so mean.
I know.
I'm running like sideways.
Well, you're gonna have to work on your knees eventually. That's okay. All right. So, what's next, buddy?
So we have two like same quantities. So you could-
Similar terms.
similar terms.
Yep.
So this is really negative x.
Yep.
So that just makes 0, right?
Well, if I have something and I subtract that same something,
It
what
makes
do I
that
get?
0.
0. So x minus x is in fact 0.
Yeah. Makes that 0. So you don't really need that anymore.
Actually, why don't you take one knee and so you can write nice and large so people can see.
Yeah. And then
I'll take the question. So that's 0 minus 5 plus 2x is equal to 13. Can you draw a line between those two lines so that we know where the steps are? There you go. All right. Yes, there's a question.
Can you add the 2x at the same time?
Yes, you could.
Okay.
It's okay. We're good. All right. So we're still trying to get the x by itself. I feel like 2 more steps. Make sure you're staying focused because this is like, if you can't do this, we can't really do much of anything. So, Alex, what's the next step?
So you know this 0 doesn't mean anything. This is basically negative 5. And to get rid of that, you can add 5 to both sides. So you add 5. That makes it 18. And then if you add 5 there, that makes it 0.
So
it doesn't.
draw lines to separate the
Yeah.
steps.
I always do that. And this is still plus 2x. This no longer matters, and that really no longer matters. And your last step is to divide by 2, which will give you x. And then this also divides by 2, which will give you 9, meaning that x is equal to 9. And you have the x line.
Stand up. Victory!
I got
Victory! No, not a field goal. Victory!
Okay.
All right, congratulations.
I feel like you
have-
gave me the hardest problem and the lowest problem at the exact same time.
Well, that was on purpose because I thought you could do it and I knew you could. All right, so now we've reviewed how to solve linear equations. Hopefully that was helpful when it comes to your algebra sheet because all 5 of these types of problems will show up on your algebra sheet.